I see a couple of questions here about, getting other partners into the network or how we're attracting other projects onto Metis. And I'll share a little bit about just like what I've seen in the community and as far as my role as education manager. But if anyone else from the team, maybe Matt from his BizDev wants to chat to this also, you're welcome to join in. But essentially, we are focusing on making our platform the best out there. Like we're innovating our technology. We're trying to engage with the community as best as possible. We're asking projects like what their needs are. We're really trying to innovate as far as DAC infrastructure goes. We want to make our platform usable and accessible for people who are unfamiliar with blockchain. So we're focusing on that. And then we have the hackathons that we're hosting. We're going to these events. We're trying to meet with people and see what their needs are and seeing how we can best fit them. So I promise that we're working hard. But if anybody wants to talk about a specific initiative on this front, you're welcome to take the floor.
I think the builder mining is definitely something to highlight. And let me get on video here. I think the builder mining is definitely something to highlight. I mean, in terms of creating long-term incentives and alignments for projects. For example, if a project wants to deploy on our network and they just come and get a one-time grant, likely the grant isn't maybe enough to get what they need done, or there's a bit of give and take there, but it's kind of a one and done versus the builder mining, where essentially we've allocated over half of our total token supply over the next 10 years to this initiative. And essentially, if you are bringing as a protocol value to our network through transactions or volume or TVL, you get rewarded basically proportionally to it. So it's actually a very unique model. And it's something that personally, I imagine we're going to see a lot more of. And in terms of attracting users, we're really creating the infrastructure and rolling out the tech to be able to support the things that the users are really going to come for, which, we feel is like NFT and GameFi. That's kind of our focus right now. We really see a strong user demand for this, and we're essentially building out our network to perfectly support those sorts of use cases, with the reduced transaction fees and the on-chain storage and all that sort of stuff. So I would say we're extremely well positioned and excited to see how the next few months roll out.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Okay, let's see. How will DAX impact the Metis ecosystem and Web3? That's a great question. Elena, would you like to share on that one?
Yes, thank you, Ashley. So yes, the DAC ecosystem and DAC infrastructure and also the decentralized reputation power is a very huge and strong direction in a space. Right now, there is no infrastructure around that actually will tell the good players from the bad players. Even though blockchain is such a transparent space, it is still a problem for the people to identify, good actors from bad actors, good players from bad players, good projects from bad projects. So the reputation power engine that we are developing with the DEC infrastructure, it's certainly going to not help, but we hope to solve that. And that is something that we're working on from the very beginning. This is in our roadmap. It's going to be released quite soon already. So we had our first version of the DEC and the DEC staking just for you to have a preview and test the whole interoperability of it earlier in January, and we had that. And now there is going to be 2.0, so we're going to be releasing the information about it as it will be coming. So just stay tuned for the future announcement on the DEC and the reputation power.